Yeah, hello, iSamfix Computer Solutions once again with a new video, and today I was to address a concern that I keep getting from customers, and maybe when you're a technician you think that the concern is a bit simple to you, but I've come to realize maybe it's not simple to customers, or maybe somebody who's not in tech industry, or maybe don't know much about laptops. And I thought maybe we should discuss few things as to why your laptop is slow. Laptop PC is slow. People keep asking that. And the first thing I'm gonna start with, number one, your laptop is slow. Check the storage. What kind of storage are you utilizing? Is it full? Is it slow? Is it, for instance, in the we started with hard disks. You remember the hard disk? Maybe a lot of you may not know how, may not see whether like this is a hard disk because of the way it's looking right now, but it's just the outer cover that is not there. Actually, I opened this maybe to try to demonstrate to. Now, if I put it like this, maybe you can understand this is a hard disk. Yeah, I know there's still another sticker here on top that is lacking. That is no problem, but a hard disk usually looks like this one. You see, only that I've peeled this paper so that I can access those screws inside, and so that I can come to this area here so that I can show. So the hard disk are a bit slow if you're utilizing a hard disk on your laptop or a desktop, because this mechanical part has to go at a speed of 5400 rpms or 7400 rpms before it can start the disseminating data or reading data. If you can imagine, 5400 rpm speed is quite a high speed, and that means that if there's something slowing down this disk, your machine is going to be slow, and this disk can known also to make a laptop overheat because there's too much activity going inside here because of this disk. And after that, then we later came to the SSD. Everybody knows how an SSD looks like. The SSD here, this one I've taken one for selling here. Let's just take it out and see how it's looking inside. Maybe come from this side. I think it's supposed to be this side. So the difference between these SSDs and the hard disk is because this one are a bit fast. This is the SSD I'm talking about. This is a very light stuff here. This one does not have the mechanical part going around inside. It's just like a flash disk, and so a flash disk or something that nothing happens inside here, whether the mechanical, there's nothing going on inside here. It's just a motherboard, and this one is faster than this one, you see. And now we came also to the M.2. This is also a type of storage that is also faster than this one, but we have the one that is more and way faster than all this, which is called the NVMe. So for storage we are done. So we have agreed, if you are using this one, you are going to have slow speed. At least try these two, the SSDs. This one are going to improve your speed much better than the hard disk. So let's return this one and come back to the second aspect of so now if the storage is done, the second thing to check is the RAM. Check your RAM. How is your RAM? Your RAM is a 4 GB. Maybe you need to upgrade to 8 GB. Maybe you need to go to 16 GB, depends on the task you are undergoing or you're undertaking with your laptop. It's very important to know what kind of RAM is needed in your laptop. Like for this one, I don't know whether the camera is going to focus. You can see this is a 4 GB PC3L with a speed of 12800S. So you cannot put a PC4 in a PC3L laptop. And when I talk about PC3 flat without L sometimes are known to take the PC3L, but a PC3L cannot take a PC3 flat. I hope that is very important to understand. So if your machine is a 4 GB PC3L, maybe you need to upgrade to 8 GB or to 16 GB. Is a PC4, maybe you need, it's very important to note the speed that I've just shown you the 12800 and the frequency. Try to match them so that the RAM can go on ultimate performance, and that is very good with the speed actually. So another aspect we need to look about is the dust. If you have not serviced your laptop, You have not serviced your laptop and there's so much heat in the laptop because the fans cannot breathe. And one of the reasons as to why fans cannot breathe, we talked about this last time, is because some of you, maybe some of you customers, not all, you have a tendency of using a laptop while placing it on a mattress, a blanket, or a couch, where there's a possibility of it picking up fabrics, and because the fan takes air and pushes the air through these gills, the fabrics come and settle on this part here. And so as the fan struggles to try to take the hot air outside from the computer to outside, this part is blocked. What happens? Your laptop starts to overheat. The CPU is not cooling down the way it's supposed to be, and that will cause your machine to become slow and so much heat in the laptop. So try as much as possible to take your laptop for servicing. If you live in environment where you know that that you are living in a dusty, or if you're that kind of person who puts laptop on our mattress, or maybe in your bed or in your couch, then you are prone to have that kind of problem. And the last, at least I'm going to talk about this video, is the processor. Sometimes you have the Intel Celeron processor. I think for an Intel Celeron processor is not meant to do much, especially if you are a heavy user, if you are a pro user. But for novice, we go by novice people who are not doing much, just watching a movie, maybe just listening to music and some little browsing here and there, that would work for you. But Intel Celeron processor, you cannot do graphics and design with it. Maybe installing these apps for designing videos and graphics, maybe like an OBS on an Intel Celeron, or maybe like a Photoshop. I've also seen Photoshop is not quite good in an Intel Celeron because you are pushing that processor to limits it's not supposed to be, or to be pushed. And Intel, if you are a heavy user of a laptop, maybe you are using heavy softwares, maybe you need to upgrade your processor and maybe go to a higher grade, maybe take from Core i3, Core i5. And for the gamer people, you know, you need a very strong machine that has got an dedicated NVIDIA graphics card. And so stop always pushing these processors as to what they get. If you have a bigger task, get a processor worth that task. So stop pushing it. So those 4 aspects, if you work on them, you are going to have a faster machine, and you are going to know to what extent your machine can perform to its best. The SSD, the RAM, and the storage, then the servicing, and the processor. And to finish with, the last thing I want to talk about is that when you have your laptop going slow, the laptop can communicate to you. Actually, the laptop can be able to point out to you what is making it going slow. And all you need to go is to go to Task Manager. Maybe let me just show you Task Manager. And what you need to do here is just to, let me show you here. Yeah, you see, this is my Task Manager here on top, as you can see. And I have the CPU, and I have the memory, I have the disk, yeah, my laptop is having 2 disks. I have disk 0, disk 1. You can also see the Wi-Fi, the GPU, and also the dedicated NVIDIA graphics card. So if you check out, my processor is operating at 85. Why 85? Because I'm running this video, I'm recording this video, I'm running 2 very strong softwares, an OBS and a CapCut. Especially the OBS is very strong because I'm recording this video right now. That's why my processor is going to 90. And 5.6, you can see the RAM is going at that 5%. And the disk is at 0. Yeah, it's at 0 actually. Disk 1, these are very idle, and the Wi-Fi, nothing, graphics. But you see, the NVIDIA graphics card is going at 47%. Why? Because I'm making this video. And that's why sometimes I tell the right laptop to buy, when you need the right laptop to buy, you need to know what are you going to do with the laptop. What are the softwares that you're going to use with that laptop? Because that is also very important when you're deciding on which laptop to buy. So the one that is operating at 100% and not fluctuating. In most cases, I find the disk, especially if you are using that disk I've showed you with the disk inside that is rotating at 5400 RPM and 7200 RPM, that disk is very slow sometimes. You find that unless you format it and partition it. Maybe that's the only time you keep formatting it for it to gain its speed. So you can see the one that is on this chart here on the task manager, the one that is going at a very high percentage, that is the hardware that is slowing down your laptop. With this chart, you can be able to learn so much. So say 47, I have this going at 181B processor, because for my processor at this 81%, 82% is not very good, but I know it's because I'm doing this video, so it's supposed to get a little bit of stress. So guys, that's it for today. And I think those questions I keep getting on my DM, sorry, and people asking me about why is my laptop very slow, my laptop is not operating the way it's supposed to be. And on, if you work on those 4 factors I've just talked about here, you'll be able to know what to do and which part you need to upgrade. Also from the task manager part on your laptop, on your desktop, you will be able to know how to approach things from there. So that is it for today, guys, and have a good day, and keep liking, sharing, and subscribing, and let's meet in the next video.